this one was a very big surprise and certainly is a hot topic as well because it has been a very surprising silly season for IndyCar already. And in a surprise silly season announcement, INDY NXT driver Kyffin Simpson is being promoted to a full-time seat in the NTT IndyCar Series in 2024. Now, Simpson will join Chip Ganassi Racing, who is expanding to a 5-car team next season. The Ganassi development driver joins an already confirmed lineup of Scott Dixon, Linus Lundqvist, Marcus Armstrong, and with Alex Palou expected to continue with the team. Pretty much already had that confirmed, haven't we? We're just waiting on the dotted line for more information. Now, in 2021, Simpson won the Formula Regional Americas Championship as well. And during his 2 years of INDY NXT competition, Simpson finished 9th and 10th in points, only scoring 2 podiums in 2 years. A graphic courtesy there of Chip Ganassi Racing. Kobe's back in with us as well. Is Kyffin Simpson ready for this big promotion, or do you think another year of INDY NXT would have been beneficial?
You said it, Josh. This was a massive shocker when we got the news the other day that Kyffin Simpson would be going to the NTT IndyCar Series full time next year. It was like something that came straight out of left field, something you didn't even think was going to happen. Out of all the Indy NXT drivers, he was one of the last drivers I would have thought that would have moved up full time next year. And I think it also leads to an interesting situation with Chip Ganassi Racing. Run a 4-car operation. Ganassi's as strong as it's ever been, but sometimes when they keep adding more cars, sometimes it'll hurt the overall performance of the team. I wonder if adding a 5th full-time entry is going to take away some of the strength we've seen from Chip Ganassi Racing, especially from that number 10 Alex Palou and the number 9 Scott Dixon. So that remains to be seen. I remember last time Chip Ganassi Racing expanded to this many cars, it ended up not really going well. They lost some performance, so they end up downsizing to get that performance back. So I think that's an angle we're going to have to keep an eye on throughout the 2024 season. But in regards to Kyffin Simpson, I was really surprised to see this. I really think he could have used a 3rd full-time season in the Indy NXT Championship to continue to build his skills and make sure he's as ready as he can be in IndyCar. And Kyffin had those two podiums, which is absolutely great. But he wasn't like the Christian Rasmussens or the Fosses of the world who were up there, battling for the win on a weekly basis and scoring podium after podium. Kyffin, he really, for most of the time, he really just like ran mid-pack and all of that. He was towards the front sometimes, but I really feel like Kyffin Simpson could have used another year of education in the Indy NXT Series. So I'm not really sure how his rookie season is going to go in IndyCar.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how young Kyffin gets on. As you mentioned, Kobe, he's been kind of that 5th to 11th place kind of running order. I'd like to see an average running position. I'm sure there's a stat somewhere for guys, but there's people that finished ahead of him in the championship that are certainly deserving of a seat. Hunter McElroy springs to mind, Louis Foster, as you mentioned, and of course Rasmussen, the champion. Is this a move by Chip? Oh, he's been under the Chip Ganassi banner for a little while. Is this a move by Chip to get him in there before someone else poaches him and puts them in their car before Chip gets the chance, potentially? Is this an addition because he knows that one of his other drivers, Alex Palou, or maybe even Scott Dixon hanging his helmet up and retiring, is going to be going away over the next couple of years? Get him in there and then shuffle the deck again and go back to a 4-car effort. I feel like that may be some part of it. There's obviously some backing behind him. He hasn't been winning races, as you say, but he has done some sports car stuff this year and has, I think, from memory, I'll have to check this in the EPI spreadsheet, but I'm sure he got a win earlier in the season in the European Le Mans Series. So he has race-winning pedigree, but I know another season in Indy NXT where we expect a lot of shuffling to happen again for next season. He could have been one of the favourites down there. Would have liked to have seen Nolan Siegel get a shot as well up in IndyCar, maybe ahead of Kyffin, but Chip knows what he's doing. He won the championship at Cancer with one of his drivers this year. So we'll have to see how this goes. If it was me, I would have liked to have seen him do another year and battle for the championship in Indy NXT in 24.
I know IndyCar has now ended, but it's the perfect time to watch every single race of Indy NXT as well, a series that I highly recommend. Some great racing and great to see stars of the future, not only for IndyCar, but as they do end up around the world as well.